Hello everyone, I'm Farmer Sim and welcome back to Iowa Cattle. I do hope you're all doing very well and having a wonderful day. So, it's May. It's a little bit later than what I'd like to have started with early in the morning. It was very, very misty and you just couldn't see a thing. So I've fast forwarded time a little bit. Just, we're on 20 to 10 now. We've got loads to crack on with. But yeah, we're in May. So things are looking really, really good on the farm. I've had a bit of a crop walk. So having a quick look at things now, as you can see. The soybeans in field 5, all these crops are obviously things that we've drilled in the last couple of episodes, but the soybeans here in field 5 are looking brilliant. We've got the also the soybeans over here in field 4 as well, which we can clearly see the tracks left by the neck sap, which I actually quite like this feature. I've got to say, it does add just a touch of realism, I've got to say. So they're looking great. The corn here in field 10 is looking very, very healthy indeed. We've got the sea of green here, the field 15. We've got an 80-acre field, just over 80 acres of alfalfa there. It's looking wonderful. That's going to be going all towards hay when it comes to mowing time for that. And then we've got over here in field 17 our cotton, and also next door in the custom field cotton as well, all looking very, very healthy. So 142 and a bit acres of arable land is all looking great. I can't tell exactly how many acres of cotton we've got because obviously one of those fields is a proper custom thing, so I can't actually tell the actual size of the field. I can tell the size of the land, but that encompasses all the land around it as well. It says it's north of 200 acres and we haven't got a 200 acre field of cotton there, have we? So yeah, I'm guesstimating that it's roughly about 100 acres. So yeah, it's all looking good. We're looking very, very good indeed. But now, it's like I say, it's May. I'm just topping up the cows with a bit of food, first and foremost, before we crack on with the day's work. And what we do need to crack on with is grass work. That is what we've got to focus on now. We have got 103 and a bit acres of grass to get cut and move it all, when it's cut, picked up with the forage wagon and tractors and trailers, and get them loaded into our various bunkers that we have scattered around the map. We've got 3 over here by the farm, and we've got a nice new big one over at the newly prepped cow barn area, which are going to house hundreds of cows come the winter time again. So yeah, I'm just going to focus very quickly on sorting out a bit of feed for all the cows, get them topped up. We've also got knocking on the door of roughly about $80,000 worth of milk to get sold. So I'll be getting that done very quickly, ASAP, before we crack on. And then it'll be time to jump into the Big M, the Chrome Big M mower. And I'm going to make a start over in field 3, which is a pretty big field over on towards the east side of the map. And yeah, get that field started. And that field we're going to be cutting and loading into the new big bunker over at the newly built cow shed area. So that's the game plan moving forward for today's episode. Of course, we're not going to get all the grass done. We just need to make a start in it, don't we? So, I must admit, lining this thing up, it's a bit of an awkward position here, isn't it? I'm trying to manoeuvre the tractor and trailer underneath the auger here to get this filled up. But yeah, so I'm going to crack on with this. Here's the last of it. Just get the last of this milk sold. We've done alright so far. We've had, as near as makes no difference, $50,000 worth. Now we're just getting the last of it here, the last 26,000 litres. So this will bring us up to the roughly about 80 grand that Time Saving Stock Check was telling us we had. So that's really quite decent. What do we start with? We had 340 grand in the bank before we started this, so not long now. Boom. $30,000 worth just from, wasn't even a full tanker. Brilliant. So let's get back to the farm. There we go. Odd jobs done around the farm. Now it's time to focus on the grass work. We're going to go and jump in the Big M mower and get started. Now I'm looking forward to when the grass is done as well. Obviously we've got a massive job to get it picked up, all 100 acres of it. I think I mistakenly said before we're going to get it picked up with the forage wagon, but of course it's the forage harvester, isn't it? Not the forage wagon. But yeah, big job to get done. But like I said, I'm looking forward to when it's done as well, because we have got a whole load of manure and slurry to make use of. Now, the idea in my mind has always been we wait for the grass to get cut, we get it all mown and all that kind of stuff, and then when we refertilise the fields, we're going to be using up, because we've got a load of manure here outside this cow barn from when the cows were in for the winter. We've got a load of manure there in that bunker behind the wheel loader. We've got another manure bunker there, just down by the water pump, the water mill, whatever you want to call it, that is being created by the cows in that barn there. And we've got a load of slurry in the slurry tank, in the big blue tank there, and there's a load of slurry in here as well. So collectively we've got 381,540 litres of manure, to be absolutely precise, and we've got 438,797 litres of slurry to make use of. So I'm really hoping that that is, because I know slurry does go quite quickly, doesn't it, when you throw it into a big slurry tanker and spread it on fields, but I'm hoping the sheer quantities we've got will cover us for the land that we've got, and natural fertiliser is definitely the way to go for a bit of grass. So that's all good. But yeah, time to jump in this thing now. I'm hoping, I think I have given myself enough room to get this thing out of here. It got in here, so it's got to be able to get out. Admittedly, it is a little bit tight. We're all right for fuel. That's all good. But yeah, just gently squeeze out. Yes, success. There we are. Right, spin this around here. And like I said, we're going to go and jump into field 3 first, which is one of the big grass fields on the far east side of the map next to the soybeans. We'll get it done over there first and work our way back towards the farm. I think that's probably one way of doing it, I guess. But yeah, so see you at the field. Here we are, field 3. It's a pretty big, sizable field of grass, this one, isn't it? Let's be honest. But this machine does make light work of big fields like this. It's a brilliant bit of kit, it really is. Pretty expensive, I appreciate that. But it's a cracking thing. I'm not expecting to be out here in this field for too long. The big job, of course, follows up using the forage harvester and the trailers and the tractors, getting everything picked up when this has done its job and taken over to the bunkers. So yeah, this isn't going to take too long, I don't think. So, let's get cracking. Let's get mowing. Not bad, a little under an hour and we got this done. As I said, this great thing makes very light work, it feels like this. But annoyingly, look at that, we've just got this strip of shame that we've still got to get finished off there. That course play couldn't get lapped into a proper course, so it's just that's on its last run. Little tiny strip there, but yeah, nonetheless. Job done, so this was the easy part really. Next is getting a bit of an army of grasswork machines down here. We've got the big forage harvester, of course, and then we'll be running 2 tractors, 2 trailers, and getting it all picked up and loaded into the big bunker. which I think I've shown you that. It's over by the new cow barn area there. It's a pretty sizable one as well, so yeah, should take it all. But there looks to be some pretty decent chunky swaths here, so yeah, I think the numbers, I'm not going to try and guess what kind of numbers we're going to get out of this, but I think it's going to be pretty substantial, let's be honest. It will take a while, no doubt, several hours worth of backing and toing. I think that the length of time it takes is all down to the tractors having to leave the field and go and unload and come back again. That's the bit that takes the time. If I had more trailers, I suppose it would be an idea to lease another tractor and trailer, but I've got the money to do that, haven't I? But no, I think we'll just stick with the two that we've got for now. We'll cope, we'll manage. But yeah, just before we do crack on, I just want to have another quick reminder, tell you all a quick reminder about the Llama Community Meetup event that takes place after the Llama agricultural event at the NEC in Birmingham on Wednesday, January the 14th. The Farming Simulator Community Meetup event takes place at the Arden Hotel and Leisure Club on Coventry Road in Birmingham between 6 and 10 PM. Tickets are a tenner, and with your ticket you get dinner, you get some raffles, you get a free t-shirt, you get to meet your some of your favourite content creators from the Farming Simulator community. And me, I suppose. It feels very strange saying that, I must admit. It's an incredible, wonderful evening, though. It really is. We've had two of them now. The first one was a couple of years ago that took place at the NEC event. We held up the security staff, keeping them there late after a whole day of looking after a massive agricultural event. But yeah, we stayed at the giant stage and had a big community meetup, and that was mega. It really was. And then the next year, because we got a telling off from the security staff, or a friendly telling off, as it were. But yeah, they were like, "Can you please just go home? We want to go home. We've been here all day." I think it was like 9 or 10 o'clock by the time we got out of there. So yeah, the powers that be have organised and booked a hotel, the Arden Hotel. We did it there last year, and it was brilliant fun. It really was. Just had our own little function room. There are drinks available, of course. There is a bar there, so you can get your own drinks if you want. But yeah, it's a wonderful time. So if any of you, there are still a few tickets available, I believe. So yeah, I heartily recommend it if you can, and if you'd like to, I recommend you should. And what I do need to do is open this gate, because up there is where the bunker is that we're going to be loading into. Auto drive is going to need those gates open, otherwise that's going to cause all manner of problems. So yeah, anyway, right, back to the farm, and yep, we'll get everything moving. Forage harvester, tractors, trailers. We'll just be running the John Deere and the 1167, the tractor 1167, not the big grey one. I can't technically call that an 1167. It's got the motor up with an 1167, but it's a 1050, I think, is it, model-wise on the outside? But yeah, I don't want to be... it'll do the job, don't get me wrong, but I think just because it's on its big twin wheels, I don't think that's necessarily the correct tool for the job, even though you wouldn't necessarily run or want to run a tracked machine like the 1167 back and two on roads, but, well, it is what it is, isn't it? It'll do the job. And there's another example of the Nexat tyre tracks in the cornfield there. Yeah. Highlighted with the white limed stripes there, so it stands out like a sore thumb. It looks a little bit messy in places, doesn't it? But it is kind of cool that we've got that little bit of, I suppose, realism in a way for the Nexat. It is a pretty cool machine. And there's another example of the hit and miss population of the cows there. We've got a couple of Holsteins, but the rest are all babies, I think, by the looks of things. The young ones. Anyway, it's all good. Fields are looking very healthy, though. It's nice to see them up and green and germinated and growing. Gives the place a bit more life, better than the freshly planted when it's just a sea of brown. So yeah, it's all good. Right, so let's get this lot moving. So I think this could do with a wash, definitely, although there's not much point in doing that because we'll be pulling it back out again in the coming episode. So I think I'll just neatly park it up here by the shed. Right, so what do we want first? We may as well send this one off on its own. This is ready to go. Now I've actually done another engine prefab thing with this, so I've put it is a John Deere engine that I've put in this. Forgive me that it is quite loud. I'm aware of that, so yeah, forgive me. I'm running a new video editor, so it's taking me a bit of time to get used to the differing volumes and stuff, so it's a proper noisy thing, that. But it does sound good, it really does. But yeah, like I said, I'm hoping you can see a little, hopefully, a slight increase in quality with my new video editor. It's quite a difficult map to get the visual quality bang on right for me on this map. For some reason, I've been fighting micro stutters for a very long time, and it's a very difficult game to get bang on right. It's a very demanding game, and because of the way the game is, I guess. My computer is relatively beefy, but my CPU, my processor, is a few years old, and I think that is my bottleneck. It's a Ryzen 7 5800X, if any of you even care. But yeah, so it's only an 8 core, so that could probably do with being beefed up a bit. But in order for me to beef that up a bit, I need to then replace my motherboard, and then you've got RAM and all sorts kind of stuff. So it's another massive expense that I just can't deal with at the minute. So it's going to have to do. But like I say, I'm hoping that you hopefully might be able to tell a slight increase in quality, down to the video editor, and also down to the fact that I've spent many days over the last couple of weeks trying to mess around with my OBS settings. Again, I know most of you won't even care about stuff like that. I appreciate that, but it's just something that's been at the forefront of my mind for days now. Like I say, just trying to make my videos look as visually appealing as possible. It's like I say, Farming Simulator is quite a demanding game, let's be honest. It's nothing like, you know, your big AAA games like Cyberpunk or Call of Duty or whatever it is that you watch play. It's yeah, it's a very unique game in that respect. So the Giants game engine it's pretty good, to be fair. The fact that it does what it does with this is mega. But yeah, it's a very difficult game, and there's something on this map as well. Every now and again, it's like I say, I've been trying to fight some micro stutters and trying to understand it. When I'm playing the game on my game screen in front of me, I'm playing in 4K. I've got the game set, all the settings dialed up to 11, and it runs in front of me. It's buttery smooth. But when I look over to my right to my OBS screen as I'm recording, every now and again, it's not doing it right now, but there's the occasional micro stutter depending on what you're doing and what's going on around you in the game, and I've been trying to iron that out, and it's very difficult. It really is, trying to find the balance between quality and performance and recording and all that kind of stuff. It's a rabbit hole. What can I say? So anyway, enough about that. Sorry. So yeah, Llama community event. Like I say, I've posted the details there on the screen previously. I'll post the details in the video description below, the link to the event page where you can pick up a ticket if you so wish. I hope to see you there. Like I said, it's an incredible time, and I've always described it personally as Farming Simulator's day out. So our little community get together and just rub shoulders for a bit and have a good natter and a catch up in person. It's great, it really is. So yeah, hope to see some of you there. Right, anyway, big job up ahead, and I've just realised I had my time on 0 from when I jumped in and out of the game before, so let's get that sorted. Right then, anyway, enough of my dulcet tones. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? Let's get this grass picked up over into the bunker over there. I'll throw this into a bit of a cinematic, see what I can do with it, and I'll pick you up in a wee while's time, no doubt a couple of hours, when the job's done. Boom! There we go, ladies and gentlemen. 1,276,269 litres off of that field, which is absolutely brilliant. 53% compacted right this second, but I do have something hanging off the back of me here, which could help and should help just to make that a little bit quicker. There we go. Bang, 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 bang. 100% compacted. Awesome. There we are. I do love that, I've got to say. That modded silo compactor. But yeah, that was a pretty big job, let's be honest. But I'm glad it's done. It's only taken me a couple of hours, though. Now, what I'd have done, I will admit, when I started the job and I got all the vehicles running and course play and auto drive working relatively well, I realised very soon that it was going to take an enormous amount of time, because these having a capacity of 29,500 litres, the trailer was full within a matter of metres down the first headland, and it was like, right, this is going to take ages. So I just jumped out the game very quickly and added a 1 to the capacity of this. So each of them, at the minute, they've got a capacity of 129,500 litres. So that just helped to get the job done a little bit quicker. I'm sure you can appreciate it, let's be honest. It's one of those. But there we go. 1,276,269 litres. So, boom, blanket. Now, it is a little bit leaky out the back. I'm not too sure what it's going to look like here. Yeah, it was a little bit leaky. I did, obviously, as you can see, I got the big Fendt over here with its mass and its big wheels just to help compact it down and shovel everything around. I did bring this thing over initially at the beginning just to try and neaten it up. I do like using the wheel loaders with a bucket just to try and neaten up the bunker as best as possible. But yeah, as the trailers came coming in, it was quite a job. It really was. But anyway, I'm glad I've done it. I'm glad it's done. That's one field. Over 1.2 million litres. Now, I don't know why I'm surprised we got quite a lot off that. It's quite normal, isn't it? But just getting 1 million litres of anything is pretty cool in this game, let's be honest. But yeah, so nice. Well, that's that one done. Now, if we jump into the PDA and let's have a quick look at what we've got left to do. I suppose maybe I shouldn't have blanketed that. I maybe should have added this one in anyway. But now it's done now anyway. So we've got field 1 and field 11. These are going to go into the 3 bunkers that are over at the farm here. I keep forgetting about field 16 up here. I don't know why. It's maybe just because it's so small in comparison to everything else. It's so insignificant. But we've had this for ages, haven't we? I think we've only cut it once, way back at the very beginning of the series. But yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? It's we'll get that cut and added in somewhere along the line. But yeah, I'm happy with that. There we go. So 1.2 million litres of chaff fermenting away there. That'll count very nicely towards the total mix ration eventually. But yeah, like I say, a little bit leaky out the back. It's yeah, not much I can do about that. I did run around the back here with the wheel loader to try and neaten it up, but it's kind of solidified a bit there, so there's not much I can do about it. Hey ho, it is what it is. So, for this episode though, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to call it here. Thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you have enjoyed the episode and found it a little bit of fun. If you're new to the channel and you've enjoyed the video and you like the way I'm doing things, please consider hitting the subscribe button and jumping on board, joining the channel. Please hit that like button too, as it does do wonders. It helps the YouTube algorithm do its thing. If you like the idea of supporting the channel, there are a couple of ways you can do that. There is my Giants Partner promo code if you're looking to purchase Farming Simulator 25 or any of its add-ons or DLCs. There is coffee.com if you'd like to buy me a coffee. And there is also my G-Portal affiliate link if any of you are looking to purchase a multiplayer server to play with your mates. All the links to these will be in the video description below. As always, any help and support here is massively appreciated. So, thank you very much for your time again, ladies and gentlemen. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.